again, I talked about how we're going to go ahead and expound on that landing page. So again, with that landing page, the reason why it is so important, again, we want to gather all of our prospective clients' information. All right. We want to have it in one hub and we want to communicate with them all at once, right? Providing our value to them rather than being scattered all over the place on different social media sites and etc. We want to directly target our audience. We don't want to mass market such as the big brand companies do. All right. Again, we want to create a personal relationship and rapport with our potential clients. So the best way to do that is to directly, organically converse with them, then gather their information. And again, put that in an email list where you can visually see now the work that you've put in. You can visually see the clients that you are already engaged with. Now you can continue to follow up with them and nurture that relationship. Okay. And this helps with your organization as well too. And with, I'd say, with your hunger and your drive. All right. It helps out with that. When you can see the real numbers that are signing up and now you can compute the numbers in your head, how you can make your potential salary or your potential revenue this year a reality. All right. So another reason in that. So again, we create our MailChimp account. That's going to be first and foremost in order for you to create that landing page. All right. So what I want you guys to do today, at the end of this training, you guys are going to go ahead and create this MailChimp account. All right. So you guys are going to go log in here to MailChimp.com. And again, what you guys are going to go ahead and do, you guys are going to sign up for the free version. All right. You guys can see this MailChimp screen, correct? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Perfect, perfect. All right, so you guys can see this MailChimp here. You guys will go ahead and create your free MailChimp account. All right, this is how we're going to go ahead and be able to create that landing page for you. All right, so when you do create that landing page, we've already sent out a link on how to create the landing page, but what we'll do, we'll have a link where I will give a step-by-step walkthrough on how to create that landing page directly for your tax business. So again, whether you guys are partnering up with Instatax using our logo in our brand in partnership, or if you guys have your own customized logo and brand, whatever it may be, but you guys can mix around and play with it as you want. All right. So again, how the landing page should look like. You guys have complete freedom on how you want to customize it, of course, but how the normal setup should look like will look something like this. All right. So your logo or your brand or your picture, your image here, and your message, whatever you want your potential and prospective clients to see. All right. Your information will be here. You guys can customize it to your liking. It could be your unique selling proposition, which we talked about during our last training, or it can be just a general welcome message. All right. Just to gather your client's information. You'll also have areas where you can edit information here and gather the information that you need for your clients. So whether it be their email address, their first and last name, and their phone number. All right. If you guys want to add another section as well too, as far as referrals, which we'll talk about a little later on, lateral strategic partners. So if you want to give them this link to where they can give this link to their followers, in the section where it says referred by, you can kind of track where your leads are coming from. And if you want to incentivize those lateral partners by giving them a small commission per client that they give you, or whether it's just them helping you out, no matter what it may be, but at least this can help you track where your clients are coming from, okay? And then all they'll have to do is click the sign up button. And then from there, we'll talk about on the back end how you can manually track and see the back office of things. So all your clients that are signing up, you can gather their information, and now you can provide email blasts to them and continue to update them and follow up with them throughout the season and throughout the following weeks. Okay. You can also craft your own message here as well too. So this is our general template. So we just tell them to go ahead and download the app now. So that way they kind of get a feel of it. That way they're kind of more proactive. And this is just more so a general little advertisement. But for the main part of this landing page, again, is to pull your client's information. All right. You want to start gathering your information now. That way, again, you can continue to nurture and follow up on them. Okay. Old marketing rule here, it takes about 7 to 10 times for follow-up before a client potentially buys or works with an individual. Okay, so you want to continually be in your client's face, but again, without being salesy, without being pushy, but by providing information and by being organic. So this is the best way where we can do that. All right, so next thing here in the training, what we want to talk about. All right, once you have created your landing page, you're going to go ahead and customize it to your liking. All right, so you want that landing page to be more so geared to what your prospective client is. All right, whether it's your friends and family or whether it is your prospective niche. All right, both different strategies are going to have two different methods and two different ways in how you present yourself and present that landing page. All right, so again, you're going to go ahead and customize it to your liking. But again, the goal of this is the 300 subscriber challenge. We want to get to about 300 subscribers in the next month and a half. All right. Because it is tax season coming up. Again, with you coming up with your numbers, 5 to 10 to 15, 20 people a day, where you're talking organically throughout the day, your goal at the end of each conversation should be to obtain their information and to pull it into the MailChimp. All right. So again, we're going to go ahead and give you the link to how to create your MailChimp at the end of the training. We'll drop the link into the YouTube description so that way you guys can click it and then you guys can go ahead and create that landing page for yourself. All right. So again, we're going to talk about your USP, your unique selling proposition, which we talked about on the last training. All right, and if you guys haven't watched day 3 training, make sure to go ahead and watch that. So that way your USP can be makes much more sense to you. Okay. So what we want you guys to do is to create what your unique selling proposition is to your potential prospects. All right. And especially for that landing page. So if it is for EIC clients, for example, or if it is for what your niche is, or for small business owners, or for friends and family, we want all these clients to get into your landing page. We want to get as much information from these clients and these individuals as possible. And the reason why we say you want to craft your message to your prospects, again, your message is going to be different. Your value that you're providing each of these individuals is going to be different. All right. You want to get as many clients as you can, but again, you don't want to mass market and have the same message to everyone. All right. If I'm a construction owner, my problem is different from someone who works at Walmart and they just need to enter their W-2s. We have completely different problems. So you can't market to me the same way as you would the employee. Okay. So you need to have multiple messages where you can kind of have pre-drafted, where you know what your ideal client is, where you can target them, you can provide the value to them, and that in turn is going to cultivate a better relationship and turn them into a paid client. All right. So again, we talk about driving the pain points of that industry or the problem that individual is facing. How can you solve that problem? Why should they work with you and not go to another tax company or do it themselves? So again, we want to talk about being organic, and we want to create a customized message that can lure your potential client in. All right. And we're going to do that by using your USP. So you guys should have already, if not, have already started drafting up what your unique selling proposition is for yourself and for what your business is. All right. So again, harping back onto the prospect list. All right. So what should be in your list when you guys go ahead and create it? All right. Again, you'll have complete freedom to do it as you want, how you want to make it. But the end goal, all right, should be to create a list full of information. So what we want to do, we want to get a collection of names, email addresses, and other information where possible that allows you to keep in touch with your prospects over time. All right. Especially after the tax season. It's not only we do the taxes and then we up and leave and then we hit them up a year later. Okay. Throughout the year, we want to continue to give information to these people. All right. Whether it's informative posts, whether it's checking up on them, just a friendly reminder saying hi, we're thinking of you, whatever it may be. But you want to have this list where you can continue to nurture and communicate with your clients and check up on them. And when they know you care, they're going to continue to want to work with you. Okay. They're not going to be tempted to go somewhere else. And in turn, with that better relationship that you're building with these people, is going to create more followers and more leads for yourself. Okay. Word of mouth is the #1 marketing tool in the world. And the best part about it, it's free. Okay. Whenever you eat something good or you watch a good movie, you're going to go ahead and tell your friends and family about it. All right. They don't need to watch a commercial or anything. They're going to trust your word because they trust you. So it goes the same thing with your service and how you follow up with these individuals. The more that they know you care about them, they're going to refer you to other individuals, which only helps out your business. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and use that USP that we talked about, your unique selling proposition, to go ahead and build your prospect list. All right. And again, your goal at the end of each talk should be to gather their information and to put it into that landing page to where everything can be organized. So you want to think of that landing page as like your little black book,
wait.
handy dandy go-to where you can have trackable information for your prospective clients. Okay. So what we're going to do is kind of show you an example of what your USP could be like. All right. When talking to your prospective client, whether it be through Facebook, whether it be through Instagram, whether it be through texting, whatever it may be, or even if you want to call, all right, which is what we highly recommend the most, jumping onto a 10 to 15-minute call with your potential clients, catching up with them, hearing their voice and you hearing their voice, organically getting that lead, right? And it's also a time saver. Rather than texting someone all day, you can really cut your time into about a 15-minute talk, catch up, get to the point, pull the information, and hop onto the next, all right? Rather than texting around all day, which is not a problem either, but that is much more effective and more time efficient, all right? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and talk about what a script could look like for you.
More bias.
As far as an example in what your USP is when communicating to a potential client, okay? So an organic way to talk and follow up with an old friend, family, or coworker, right? Hitting them up, again, through one of the social media outlets. Hi, Essie. I haven't talked to you in so long. I hope you're doing well and hope you had a very prosperous year. We are looking forward to serving you and helping you pay the least amount of taxes in 2019 with strategic strategies. I wanted to spread the exciting news and announce that I am a certified tax preparer and my business is going 100% virtual for 2020. All right. And we want to explain how we're going to be able to do business going forward. As you know, the internet has allowed people and businesses to work smarter and better. We can now bank online, pay all of our bills online, shop online, buy car insurance online. And as you already know, millions of people do their taxes and bookkeeping online. So as the economy shifts, we want to stay current with the competitive landscape so we can be around 20 years from now, still giving you quality service. This means that we would love to continue to serve you at the highest level virtually. All right. So Essie, can I please have you sign up on this link to further explain how this link works? All right. Keep it nice and short and sweet. It can be shorter than that. It can be longer than that. That's just an example going straight to the point without being organic and catching up and then filling it in as you go along. But again, this was just more so direct, straight to the point message. Okay. So the goal at the end of that talk is to have Essie sign up on this landing page. Okay. So I'll go ahead and give her that link at the end of my talk with her where she can go ahead and sign up. And for the next following weeks, I can go ahead and nurture her and have continuing conversations and ultimately lead her into a paid client. Okay. So as she knows what you do, she's aware of it, and now you have her information. So for the following weeks, you can continue to follow up on Essie and again, hopefully turn her into a paid client. All right. So it goes back to our point, ABC, which we talk about every single training and what we will talk about every single training. Always be connecting. All right. So what we want to talk about is expounding on the last training is your phone. So you want to mine your whole contact list first and foremost. So from A to Z, from all your recent conversations, you want to start off by checking off the boxes in organically reaching out to these individuals every single day. Once you've done that, you've crossed that, you want to now mine your social media outlets. Okay. We all have friends on social media, whatever it may be, whether it's 50, whether it's 5,000. We all have friends on that, and those are potential clients that we want to go ahead and bring in. Okay. So mine your whole Facebook. Use your same strategy, your Instagram or your LinkedIn. Mine from A to Z, or work your way from top to bottom. Work your way. We have a template that you guys can download in the Google Drive, which we'll release later on today, that can give you a spreadsheet, all right, on where you're talking to your clients and how many clients you're talking to on a daily basis. That way you can keep track of that. You can keep track if they've signed up on your landing page or not, if they're potential paid clients or not, okay? So it'll help you keep everything organized and help you become much more efficient. So what we want you to do, again, the tax season has not started yet, but in your mind, it should have started already, okay? You want to start generating your clients now. So you want to set times in your day where you are working on the next year. So spend 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes a day texting your prospective list for the day. So you can break it down, whether it's 5 to 10 people that you're hitting up a day through texting. Spend 20 to 30 minutes cultivating and using your unique selling proposition to your individuals on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. Okay. Same thing. Spend 20 minutes a day messaging on your Instagram outlets as well. All right. A lot of us are already on our phones as well. We might as well be efficient while we're doing it and getting those followers into paid clients. Okay. So that is your goal for the next 45 days or whatever it may be until the end of the year. Your goal is to always be connecting when you're on your phone. Okay. This is a moneymaker and we can't let it go to waste. All right. So next thing, what we want to talk about is branding your social media. So as you are on social media and you're over here talking to your prospective clients, your old friends, coworkers, cousins, whatever it may be, you want to now position yourself as a professional. Okay, it's only right. Presentation is always going to be key with things. If these individuals are now trying to trust you with sensitive information, with their financial statements, their financial documents, whatever it may be, they want to deal with someone and with a company that is professional. Okay, so it all starts with your appearance. So what you want to talk about is branding your social media. Okay, what we want you to do, your goal is going to be to put your USP, your unique selling proposition, into your bio, and whether it be in Facebook or LinkedIn. Okay, so how we're going to go ahead and do that, let me go ahead and show you here real quick. We want to show you. So here's a small little example of what it should look like. All right, guys. So let's say you go on Facebook, for example. What we want is your USP to be pulled up and something short, not anything too long, too crazy, but something as if we call it an I help statement. All right. So you want to have an I help statement on all of your biographies on your social media outlets. Okay. So that's going to be your homework, coming up with what your I help statement is. Right. So something short and sweet. Again, these social media outlets in your bios, they don't have too many spaces and characters for you to write something extensive. So you have to keep it short and sweet and to the point where your client knows what it is you're about and what they're dealing with. All right. So for an example, I help individuals in all 50 states virtually file their taxes through our secured mobile app. Right. Now, people who hop onto the page, they click the link, they know what it is that we do, what it is that I do, and they know the service that it is that we're providing to these individuals. Okay. And this helps not only with old friends, family, coworkers that go on your page, but also new friends and followers that you'll go ahead and attract. This will be one of the first things that they see when going on your page. So presentation is always going to be key. All right. Position yourself as a professional. So again, we want to go ahead and create your I help statement. All right. So what we want you to do, your homework is going to be to come up with your I help statement. So you want to find what your niche is, or the pain and problem, and then what service you provide, and then also what they desire. Okay. So that is going to be your goal on your social media outlets, again, to create what your I help statement is to help lure in your potential clients. You can also talk about as well, if you don't want to come up with your I help statement, that you are an IRS certified tax preparer, CPA, or EA. All right. We do have a couple of CPAs and EAs as well too. A little more credentialed individuals. So if you want to go ahead and establish a trust and show your certifications in your biography, that is another thing that you can do as well too. Because at the end of the course that you pass with the annual filing season program, you are an IRS credentialed certified tax preparer. Okay. Again, another example could be I help real estate and Amazon DSP owners save an average of $30K per year through tax strategies and CFO services. So this is more geared to if you want to do an I help statement for your niche. All right. If you really want to break it down and be more thorough. So when you're directly targeting your niche audience, when they go on your page, they can directly see what it is you're about, and you're already talking their language off the bat. All right. So that's going to be what you want to do. So what we're going to do here is also talk about your cover page and your cover photo. Okay. So this is an example here, what your cover page should look like. Okay. So it should have a professional headshot or professional picture, whichever you choose. All right. And luckily, with the advancement in technologies, you don't have to hire a photographer or pay hundreds of dollars. You can easily get your iPhone or high quality phones and take a picture. You ask your brother, sister, friend, family member, go to a nice setting, a nice scenery, or if it's a nice backdrop, and dress up nice, of course, and take a picture for yourself. Okay. If you want to take a couple of pictures and use them on different social media outlets, that's another thing that you can go ahead and do too. Okay. The more, the better, especially as you switch out and as you do other posts. If you want to use multiple pictures and images, that is a great tool as well to have in your bag. All right. But the goal of this, again, is to create and have a professional headshot and also show the business and show your credentials on your cover page, on your Facebook and LinkedIn outlets. Okay. So as you can see here, Tamika Aiken, a CPA, you can see her business here. You can see what it is that she does and what she provides. All right. So it goes back to our Facebook, and mine is actually being redone right now. But for now, on the banner is just the Instatax logo. Okay. But this is where we will put that cover photo, and where not only will our image here be be presented, not only will your I help statement be below, but also your cover photo will be presented too. Right. So you want to use these free outlets more so as a website for yourself, a free website, so to say, as well too. Right. This is the first introduction that your clients are going to see about you. So you really want to make it pop, and you really want to give as much information and have them trust you off the bat already. All right. So leads us into our next point. Again, take a professional headshot picture and also a professional email for yourself. All right. So that is a great investment. There's many outlets where you can create custom emails for yourself. At Gmail or at Yahoo or at iCloud is all right. You can use it. There's not a knock on that. But to be professional, you want to take it a step further, and you want to have a customized domain for yourself and your email. So where you can separate your pleasure and your normal emails from your work emails as well too. And this also shows professionalism on the client side of things. It sees that you are legitimate, you're taking it serious, and something just as small as that can be a make it or break it for a client. All right. So it is an investment that you want to go ahead and take and invest in yourself. All right. So what we do here at Instatax, this is an optional purchase. Okay. This is not something that you have to do. This is not something that you need to do, but an investment where it can help you and your business out. All right. So what you'll need here, and this is what we finally talk about, the employee goodie bag. You'll need a professional headshot taken. Okay. This is what we'll need to go ahead and create these images and for you. Okay. So you'll need to take a professional headshot. You'll also have the choice of choosing a shirt or a polo for yourself. So this is one of the polos that we have here at Instatax. This is the black one. This is my favorite one. I know you guys will see a lot in trainings. Don't worry, I have other shirts, but this is my favorite one. Okay, you'll have the choice either between a shirt or a polo. They're all in the same three colors. They're either in gray, they're either in black, or they're in white. Okay, so we will go ahead and provide you with either one or with both. You'll also have a virtual header. Okay, so just like the one where we just showed you previously with the Tamika Aiken one, you will have a virtual header for your Facebook and LinkedIn created with your headshot, with your lettering, with your credentials in there as well too. Okay, we'll also create a virtual business card for yourself. That way you can present it to others. You can also do it on your post on Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn. And you can also print those virtual business cards out as well too, at a local shop or at a Vistaprint, and have them where you can physically hand them to other individuals as well too. We'll also go ahead and create a customized email for yourself as well too, but this is with an additional cost with the other purchase. So you do have two price points to choose with this. You can either do the $40 price point, which gives you everything from the shirt. It gives you the virtual header. It gives you the virtual business card as well too, and it gives you all of our flyers that we'll be providing for you in the upcoming season. All right. If you want to pay the extra, you'll get a polo shirt and a t-shirt, two colors of your liking, whatever it may be. And you'll also get a customized email creation, so where you won't have to do it yourself and pay for it. So we'll go ahead and absorb the cost. Okay. A couple of things, how a little mock-up, how it'll look like. Let's go ahead and show you here with the virtual business card. So you can kind of see here how it'll look like. This, you'll have your name here, you'll have the logo, you'll have your information, your phone number. You do not have to have your address. We'll go ahead and have a space where you can write what it is that you want to put, but you can have your address if you want to, or you can remove it, or you can just simply have your email address where individuals can contact you. All right. We'll also have a place here where it'll show that you're a certified tax preparer. You'll have your name etched into here. And this is just a general mock-up kind of in advance of kind of promotions out we have as a company. But it'll be written here as well too. So you can have it written up to your liking. So we'll give you the ability to customize it how you want. All right. You can also have your times of operation if you choose so as well too. Typically during the tax season, we run from 9 a.m. to about 7 p.m. Monday through Sunday. All right. Then we have our address, and then email, and then the phone number. So that's kind of a general idea of how it will look like. All right. And again, we showed you earlier, you'd also get that virtual header for yourself as well too, customized for yourself. All right. So now let's also talk about shirts. So kind of a general idea of how the shirts will look like. The t-shirts will look more so like this with the Instatax logo in the middle. You'll be able to choose from black, gray, or white. Same thing with the polo shirts as well too. So same color scheme, black, gray, or white will be presented to you. All right, so you can go ahead and choose that to your liking. All right, so we've talked about nurturing your clients and talking to your clients or in your organic methods. All right, so your goal here at the end of today's training is to create that landing page, okay, and start reaching out to your clients every single day. 5 to 10 individuals through texting, 5 to 10 individuals through Instagram and Facebook, 5 to 10 individuals through LinkedIn methods, all right? So you're going to always be connecting with these individuals, talking, and trying to get them into your list, all right? So at the end of the month, all right, our goal again, 300 clients. Even if you only get 100 of those clients, guys, as tax preparers, at your minimum fees at $300, guys. All right, that's about 30 grand for you right there, just off the power of the work that you're doing now. That's without referrals that they'll go ahead and provide you. That's without any additional marketing or resources or existing clients that you already have. Just off that alone can get you a good amount of income and revenue in a short amount of span of time. All right, just by you being aggressive now and by you providing value to these individuals now. Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start talking about how you can start reaching out to prospective clients that aren't in your network already. Okay. We're going to talk about in the next few trainings how to dig in deeper into these methods and how to really cultivate these clients from Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn using organic methods to make these individuals into paid clients, and especially into what your niche is. But right now, this is a little homework to hold you over the Thanksgiving break that you can start doing in the meantime to start connecting with these individuals. We did talk about niche, finding what your niche is. And in order to create your unique selling proposition, the best way to do that is find out what problems your niche has. All right. Where you can provide your value, what problems you can solve for them. So the best way to do that is by communicating with your prospective niche and asking and finding out and probing what their problems are in the industry when it comes to tax preparation, when it comes to accounting, when it comes to bookkeeping. They will love to tell you what their problems are. People love their problem solved. People love talking about their problems. All right. So they will gladly tell you what their problems are. And this can help you craft what your messages are. You'll find the pain points of the industry. You can now research what problems they have and how you can correctly and efficiently solve these problems. And this will in turn help you with your marketing message when you continue to start reaching out to these individuals. If anything, you can create a paid client out of them with the problems that they're telling you or providing you. You can position yourself to where you can solve it for them. Hey, John, I can easily solve your bookkeeping issues. I do provide bookkeeping services where we have a great package and we work with truck owner operators to provide financial statements, etc., on a monthly basis. And we come up with tax planning strategies to help legally save you on average about $18,000 a year, which can help in turn add more trucks to your fleet, for example. Okay, that's a small little example off the whim. But again, you want to start reaching out to these individuals in your particular niche and start finding what their pain points and problems are when it comes to finances, when it comes to tax preparation, or setup with their business and their entities, and how you can help them out. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and log into Facebook and start seeing how we can start getting into our prospective clients. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and log into my Facebook here and start doing it organically. So give me 1 second here. All right. So what we're gonna do, you'll see here, is go into the Facebook. You'll start searching up groups that you want to get into for your particular niche. All right. You really want to break it down into state and city primarily. Okay. So if you're in, let's say, Atlanta, Georgia, all right, you want to look up realtors or real estate investors in Atlanta, Georgia. Or if you want to find truck owner operators in Savannah, Georgia. All right, really be specific with what your niche and what groups you want to go ahead and get into, right? So I'm already in Orlando Small Business Owner Group. So I'm going to go ahead and use this example. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get into this group. 1 second here. So I'm already in here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into the group, and we're going to go ahead and look at the members. All right. So as you can see, there are many members in here. There's about 5,668 members in this group already. All right. So I know my niche, even though this niche is very broad, is small business owners. Okay. And again, you want a micro niche now to really further get into detail, whether it be small business owners, whether it be gig workers, whether it be barber owners, you name it, but really niche down. But for this example, we're just using a broad niche. So even if you did this broad niche, all right, 5,668 members in here where you can directly target and get in contact with, all right, and turn them into paid clients. Even if you only get 10% of these individuals, all right, and their information, that a minimum business return, especially if it's paired up with a personal tax return, will cost on average anywhere between $300 to $500 on minimum. Okay, so 500, you times that by 100. Okay, Do the math on that. That is where you can get your revenue. Okay. Again, this is just off of one Facebook group page. So our end goal here is to get in contact with these individuals, not only get into the group itself, but get in contact with these individuals, add them as friends, and start promoting value. And what we're going to do in the next few weeks is to show how to create valuable content for these individuals where they can know, like, and trust you organically, or you're not selling them a product. You're not saying, I'm a tax preparer. Can I get your business this year? Whatever it may be. If you want to be direct like that, go ahead. But we're going to show you organic methods where you don't need to do that. And one thing about these groups where they don't like a lot of advertisement and promotion, right? They want things to be organic. So in these groups, you can now start putting informative blogs, posts, and best of all, the number one thing that drives clients the most to know, like, and trust you is video content, which we'll talk about in the next few weeks. All right. So, but to start about our method, we want to go ahead and add these individuals as friends. Okay. So we want to add them as friends, and upon them accepting our request as friends, what we're going to do, and once you're a member of the group, you want to go ahead and start adding about 50 to 100 individuals a day. All right. It may seem egregious, but trust me, it really is not. Okay. So you're going to go ahead again, go through these members, and Facebook has a way to kind of block and sense when you are spamming. So to go around that and to mitigate that, you want to go at a slow rate pace when you're on these social networks. Okay. You want to have a natural movement and selection to where it doesn't block you. Okay. So as you can see here, you can add a friend. You can slowly go around and scope your individuals out to see what it is that they do, what business they have. You can see if they're a legitimate person, maybe even check out their profile, see what you have in common with them, so where you can organically reach out to them. So I do see here, so Maddie is a marketing director at Gans Law. All right. So with her being a small business owner, I'll go ahead and add her as a friend. Okay. Same thing here. I'll go ahead and slowly navigate through these profiles and slowly add these individuals as friends. Okay. I see here, Nadja is a gymnastics coach. So most likely an independent contractor. Or I see here that she's an owner at Envy Cakes as well too. So small business owner there. So again, a prospective client for my niche. All right. So I do want to go ahead and get in contact with her. So that is what I'll do here. Okay. So this would be your next steps, what you want to do. And if these individuals are in your niche, you want to start connecting with these individuals. Okay. You want to start talking to them, seeing what problems that they have in their industries, right? And how you can position yourself as a person of value. And if anything, what you can also do, if you don't want to go ahead and do that, you can get these individuals into your email list, all right, and exchange something of value. So what we have gone ahead and done is created a customized ebook that you guys can add into your MailChimp. And we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that in a separate video. But what you can do for these small business owners, especially, is provide them with something free. All right. In order for you to get their information and to get their trust, you want to give them something of value. So what we've taken the time to go ahead and create is a legal tax loophole book. Okay. So at the end of your unique selling proposition, you can go ahead and tell them you want to give them a free ebook on 5 legal tax loopholes that they can take advantage of in their business if they weren't aware of it already. Right. So you can kind of go through this. It gives tax loopholes and certain other things that can be beneficial to these small business owners. Okay. And how to properly save taxes. And upon them, again, receiving this book, you in turn get their contact information. Okay. You get their name, you get their email address, you get their phone number, etc. To again, nurture them into becoming a paid client. They'll see the value that it is that you present already, and this will get them their ideas jogging to see if they do want to go ahead and work with you. Okay. So that is essentially what we'll do. Another thing that you can do, let's get back into the slideshow here. You guys can already start messaging them with your prospect message script. Okay. So what you can do, again, scroll through the person's profile, See if you can pick up something in common with that person. All right. Did they recently have an anniversary, birthday, travel? Is it something that you can relate to in communicating with them, whether it be through children, family, experiences, school, or even city and state? All right. Something where you can organically reach out to them where they know you're not coming off salesy or pushy. Okay. So here's an example of a script where I can write one of these potential individuals once they accept my friend request. Upon them adding me, I can go ahead and reach out. Hi, Nancy. So good connecting with you through Facebook. I see you're in Florida. I was recently there, and me and the kiddos got delayed by Hurricane Dorian. I was freaking out. I'd never experienced the real threat of a hurricane, so it gave me a newfound respect to all of you Floridians for having to deal with that on what seems on a yearly basis. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Shamir Borgelin, and I help blah, 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 whatever your niche is. I help lawn care owners legally help save the most in taxes with our tax planning strategies. Do you need help with this? If not, I'm still glad we connected and look forward to following your career here on Facebook. Something short and sweet where you're not coming off salesy, you're promoting your value to these individuals, you're seeing if it's something that you can provide to them, and in turn, hopefully communicating with these individuals furthermore. All right. So again, if these individuals now they're responding to you and they're talking to you, if they even remotely sound interested, what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to schedule a 15-minute talk with these individuals. Okay. You don't want to spend your time talking through texting or through messaging, whatever it may be. You want to get these people on the phone. You want them to start to get to know who you are. You want to create a real connection. All right. We're going to talk about how you can create your 15-minute chat script, what you want to talk about, your main key points. All right. But in general, if you guys want to start doing this now, the gist of it should be how you're able to help these individuals out, what value you're going to be providing to them. Okay. Why they should want to work with you, or just promote your services to these individuals if you want to go ahead and take that action now. All right. So if these individuals want to go ahead and connect with you, again, you want to get them to hop on about a 10 to 15-minute call when they're available. Right. So write it down in your schedule, or if you want to, you can create what's called Calendly account. So Calendly is going to be a site where you can go ahead and create a free account. You can create time slots for yourself where you can go ahead and communicate with these individuals. All right. So you're going to go ahead and continue the conversation, and that's set up on your calendar. All right. And another thing that you can do, again, we're going to talk about that landing page so much. Give them that landing page link where they can sign up. Okay. And you can gather their information already, and they're already a prospective client. Okay. And again, when you do set up that appointment, make sure to provide them with a reminder so that way it doesn't slip their mind and they know that you are adamant about getting in contact with these individuals. All right. So what happens if they don't respond? Okay. So if they don't respond, you do want to follow up on these individuals. What you can do, you can follow up with a follow-up script. Okay. The next day, such as, hey, Nancy, I haven't heard back. Would you be available to get on the phone next week? Would love to talk to you furthermore in detail about your business ventures or about XYZ. All right. If they still don't respond at that point, they're most likely not interested, or they're not going to go ahead and check it out. All right. So you can go ahead and follow up with a response. If you're not interested, we totally understand if things change. But please feel free to reach out to us if anything changes. And this is where you can now provide the value to these individuals. All right. So with that ebook, you can go ahead and simply provide it to them. All right. And you can have them download it. And again, if from there, if they want to reach out to you, they want to talk to you and see what you're about, they will naturally go ahead and do so. But you don't want to be what a car salesman does. And no knock against car salesmen or anything of that nature, but you don't want to hound these people, hound these individuals on services. Again, you want them to know, like, and trust you. All right. So if they're not wanting to organically work with you or communicate with you, on to the next. All right. There's about 5,688 members in that group alone. You don't want to spend your time just dwelling on one individual. All right. Just let them know to have a great day. And again, let them know who you are. Okay. So that pretty much wraps it up with this training and with everything that we talked about. So again, what we want you to do is create action on everything. So we want you to create your unique script, all right, with your individuals. We want you to create that landing page, and we want you to start nurturing and bringing in your clients into there. All right, we're going to talk about every single day how one day in the tax world is 1 week. 1 week is a month, and a month here is about a year. Okay, so we want to be ahead of the curve. We want to start building up our list. So 300 clients, that's going to be our target goal, creating into our email list. Okay. Also about the goodie bag as well too. We'll go ahead and drop the link on how you guys can go ahead and get payment for that. So that way we can issue it to you by Wednesday of next week. We're going to go ahead and putting orders in for the shirts. We're going to go ahead and create the templates for you guys. So that way you guys can start promoting it already and establishing yourselves on your social media with your branding, getting ahead of the curve. And then from there, also, we're going to release the next 2 videos this week, by the end of this week, on how to start putting this into action, how to naturally generate and garner your clients from Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And then from there, we will get into the season and we'll talk about pricing yourself and all the forms on the back end of things.